How can we be more authentic?
There's the answer. Well, it's been a lifelong journey for me, and I haven't done well with it until maybe the past. When we started really publishing the books, and I got more confidence and I learned more about myself through. I went back and looked at the joke is about all my psychological tests, all the help I've gotten, reminding myself who I am, who my soul is that created this personality to deal with the physical world, what I needed to work on. I've gotten thousands of hours of therapy, every therapy you can imagine with, because I'm a research analyst. I want to know. So find out who you are, because your authenticity is what you can present to yourself. And for people to say, you'll only be authentic if you don't care what anybody thinks, well, that's sociopathology. You have to care some, but you need to find out how much that caring is going to affect the personality and soul expression of who you are. There's no formula, Linda. There's just no formula. It's something that you aspire to because you want the comfort, you want the dopamine dump, you want less stress in your life. I deal with an enormous amount of stress in my life from inside me. I don't have much external stress. I've got a wonderful life. But the external, I want to know. I'm an analyst. I want to figure out why this, why that. And then I become obsessed with it. And I can drive myself absolutely crazy with perfectionism. That is the good and the bad of my personality. That's it. My enneagram is a 7 with a 6 wing. The Myers Briggs, I'm a Sigma INFJ. My astrology chart, Mars in the first house, Aries, Grand Trine in the fire sign, Sag at the midhaven. I'm fiery. That's how I am. And I think I am because in other lifetimes, I wasn't. I wasn't. And so now my soul is like, let's balance this out a little bit. And by the way, it's going to really suck. When you find that things are really, really hard, you're on to something. And watch the avoidance gnomes come out and take over the script. When you know that things are hard, you feel sorry for yourself. This human nature, we all do it. You feel sorry for yourself. You think, I shouldn't have to this, or this. If it's an inner issue, there's the bell ringing that says, go to your corner and deal with it. Put on your big girl panties and deal with it. As I jokingly say, grow a pair, get some backbone, get stronger. But I don't mean to get stronger if you're being abused and validated. Those are two totally different things.
I love the idea of avoidance gnomes.
Well, that's what I call it, because I see these characters out there and I see these creatures. I see a lot of little people. Maybe that's why I'm 5'2". I have no idea. That's overthinking once again. But we if we put personalized structures into these emotions, we can see them better. When my avoidance gnomes come up and it comes up every day about this, or this, that's just life. It's the conflict of choice, and we have to make a decision. And sometimes indecision is a choice. Wait it out. But you got to know how you are. Go, yeah, why not? I'm going to say, why not? Go take some psychological tests online. Get your astrology chart done. Talk to some people who know these inner worlds. And if it's not for you, find another way. Maybe your religion has the way. Maybe your political party. You will find a way. God is in everything and everyone, and you will find it. It doesn't have to be through prayer and religion. There are uncountable ways to reach divinity. The divine power is in everything.
We really are blessed to be able to discover that for ourselves, each in our own personal way.
And how fun is that? It is cool to know enough about yourself to where you don't need constant input from other people and you don't have to be a people pleaser. That's the opposite end of the spectrum. But we do want to live in certain parts of society that fulfill us. If you're taking your kids to soccer and there's some screaming, yelling soccer moms there, just laugh. Go, thank you, God, that's not me. We can add some humor to it too.
We do need to.
When I do that, my life goes better. When I get out of this big and analytical brain thing I do, where I just stay on something. Oh my God, I have lists everywhere. I have file cabinets. I have pages and pages of things that I've written. That's just who I am and what I do. But I can also get obsessive and unhealthy with it when I forget to stop and breathe and feel.